Hey guys, I'm here going live. I try not to plan these things too hard, and here I am. I planned it a little bit last night, and I just want to say, here I am inspiring all of you to show up live when you haven't showered for the day, and you don't have any makeup on, and you might have a little bit of like dark circles here, whether that's from lack of sleep or yesterday's mascara, I'm not sure. And I may have like almost a constellation bit of adult acne here. I don't even know. Like, when do you stop breaking out? I thought it was a teenage thing. And also, I have toothpaste here. You know, you can show up however you want, okay? If I was at the grocery store right now, this is what you would get. I brushed my teeth. Sometimes I don't do that when I go live, because there's no need. It's like I'm talking to myself. But I brushed my teeth before I ran the kids to school, because I sometimes talk to moms and teachers. I want to not kill them with my morning coffee breath. So sometimes I don't get to brush my teeth, and I do a mouthwash session, like a little thing. That's what I do. I know mouthwash is probably so bad for you, but I still use it. Hi, Megan. Yeah, I'm just real. I feel okay with it. I feel my hair is like I washed it yesterday, so it really actually looks okay. That's what I'm going for. So it's taken a lot of healing to get to the point where I could just show up like this, you know? I've got my tea. I'm excited to be here. I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about my big announcement last night. I'm not sure if you guys read about it. No, Courtney, you're so sweet. Thank you, girl. I mean, you're right. But you do. You always look just as epically beautiful as anybody who shows up in their honesty and their truth. I think sometimes it's when we cloud that truth with a bunch of other stuff that we actually hide our beauty. So, anywho, this isn't a fashion webinar. It is a healing one. It's taken a lot of I used to wear a lot of makeup and hair extensions. Now I have cool long hair all on my own, just from being patient and having a good hairdresser. So I have to listen to make sure I didn't just hear my kid yell "mom," because he's doing that. I think it's a bird. Kid or bird? Take a minute. Pretty sure it's a bird. So, anywho, healing the healer within. Okay, I want to get focused again. I'm here. I want to talk to you about. Big announcement. Here we are. I'm back. I felt called to it for a while, because I've been trying to get sessions on very limited open availability for scheduling people, just working Friday evenings and Saturdays. And so it's even when I get sessions, I'm not as excited about them, because I realize that's it. I'm going to give them a session and then they're going to go on their way. And that's fine. That's the way these things are designed. When you go get a tarot card reading or psychic reading, usually you don't go get a 10 package pass. Maybe you do. But I encourage people during every reading to trust in themselves. And in fact, that encouragement has led me to create a card reading course, so you can learn on your own all of the ways that I've integrated card reading in my life, and I'm able to use them for myself and for other people. All amazing. I finally got it down. It's on Teachable. Go buy it. It's great. It's super affordable as well. It's $44. It's do it. And so I want to inspire other people to reach into that place within themselves, because that's been part of my healing journey. Let's just go to that. What's my healing journey? Reiki has been a huge part of my healing journey. Reading cards for myself and reading cards for other people, thereby learning how to trust my intuition, to really say, oh, hey, when you receive a message, whether it's with cards or whether it's without cards, you can trust that information. It's coming from a higher place. It's coming from within yourself. In fact, higher place within yourself, kind of two different things, but hey, whatever, it's there. So, I wanted to kind of touch on those parts of what I've been doing. And it's been a sort of running amok journey, this healing, who I wanted, I saw myself as a healer, and And then I went down the psychic rabbit hole, and I opened up the Akashic Records, and I started reading the Akashic Records, which I still love to do because they're a huge resource in helping people heal. Actually going in and healing the root of the issue, whether it's in this present life or in the past life. The Akashic Records holds that wisdom and that information, and you can go in there and you can kind of like rewrite your records. And we're currently always rewriting our records at this moment. There's future probabilities scheduled, like a few options, like, hey, which door do you pick? 1, 2, or 3? And then those, I see it as like this huge, like sort of matrix of future probabilities. You walk through a door and some things disappear and other things reappear, and then other things are illuminated even more. But we are all the time, we are touching the source of that pen that's writing that record, and we're actually creating our own futures. And I can rewrite our future now by going into our past or our parallel lifetimes or our previous experiences and changing them. And so I've learned how to do that, and this process. And through different means of meditation, visualization, doing clearings, the codes of awe came into my life. Let's see, cards really officially came into my life, I think, honestly, in like right at the beginning of 2016. It's like the clock struck. I went to Reiki at the beginning of the year in 2016. She's like, you got angels everywhere. You got to get yourself a deck of cards. I got myself a deck of cards. One deck of card turned into like 40, probably. I've given some of them away. Uh-oh, my baby's awake. Let's see if he goes back to bed. I don't know if he will. I'm getting so excited. I'm talking. People are showing up. Maybe I'll have to bring him in here and remove the hot tea. Yeah, I think he's wandering. Let's go ahead and do that. Hi. Hey, can you come in here with me for a minute? Hi, I know, this is abrupt. We're going to chat. We're going to talk. Hi. I say he's a baby, but he's like huge, and he talks. Yeah. The Kashuk Records came to me in 2017. I did my first karmic clearing. It was by webinar was how it was done. So it was group format, but still I showed up for every session. I was there. Even replays, I watched them over and over and over again, you guys. I did so many. I think my middle child, because we would take naps together and I would just turn on the replay, he knew the sound of her voice. And I have a lot of meditations. And, whenever I would show up for a live stream of this particular guide, mentor, teacher, he would perk up. I know he was getting that information too, even though he didn't understand it. Hi. Let's see. I don't know if we're going to have actually any nursing time right now. We're going to wait a minute. Hey Cassie. I wanted this live stream to not interrupt your nap. You're going to go back to bed, hopefully. But apparently your nap has interrupted my live stream. Well, guys, I will make it a long story short. Oh, no. I've decided to close down my session so I could work more exclusively. I know. We're going to put you down. Okay. It's not working. It's killing it. With my family. To work more exclusively with my family. Is there Binky? I'll get it. Hold on. Do you want to hang out here? What should we do? Should I give you some cards to play with? Let's do it. I really wanted to get back to the point where when I was working with people, we were working on a level that was integrating some real healing into their lives. That it wasn't just about psychic readings and, I like him and does he like me? Or even, even the continuous search for your life purpose without really working on yourself and raising your own personal vibration through the process of healing, whether that's inner child work or, again, whether I'm specifically looking to work with people who have biological medical disorders. They're born with this disorder, or it comes about, even the battles with cancer that people have. It's like, well, where did this come from? I'd like to learn more. I really want to really deeply heal. They're in remission. They're like, I want to heal from this. It was a huge battle. I don't want that to come back. And there's a fear underlying somewhere that will come back, or something they were born with, and maybe they weren't born with, but they developed, and it's not something that will go into remission. And so they're experiencing the energy of it on an ongoing basis. Here, let me get these out so you can easily play with them. Okay. Hey. Shh. This is my Leo temperament child. We're learning about Leos. I have 2 Libras and I'm a Libra. Okay, there's a couple boxes for you. Hi, can you use this? Yeah. So I wanted to open my doors to work with 2 clients a month. 2 clients a month. It would be for a 10-week program. I would go and I would squish down all 4 years worth of my own healing into 10 weeks for you. And no, it's not to say that that's a possibility or a realm of possibilities, but I can give you a vast amount of tools that you can use to see. And we go into your Kashuk Records and we do those past life readings, where we find out the root cause of the disorder, the disability, the trauma, the disease, the experience that you've had. I'm also wanting to work with clients that have trauma, PTSD, as far as birth traumas, losses of loved ones that have been quite traumatic, any other types of PTSD that you can think of. I'm willing to talk with you and see if I feel like that you would be a good fit for what I've experienced with the different types of healing that you would go through and experience with me throughout this immersion. I call it an immersion, a healing immersion, because we're going to immerse you into 10 weeks of healing, and it's taking commitment on your part. This is so fun to do this live stream. Do you want this box put together? He's a little moody. He's still so tired. Like that? Yeah? And do you want it gone? I can hold it. So you got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for spending that time healing yourself. Anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes a day. I said 60 minutes at first in the information letter that I've written to go along with it, that I send out to everybody who's interested in applying for this program. But I really, it can be done in as little as 30. I mean, honestly, when I've gone through the last 4 years of my life, not every day have I been able to dedicate to my healing. Not every week has been dedicated as a healing week. Let me just be honest. Let me be brutally honest. It's been a roller coaster, but I haven't had a set guideline of tools. It's been like sort of running amok, figuring stuff out on my own, listening to my intuition and being guided to the right programs, the right certifications, the right educations, the right clearings, the right resources that I can use to facilitate this healing for myself, and also create, a way I can serve other people through their healing as well. Cards. Why not? Just use a deck of cards to occupy a baby. We can really start to reach into the roots of some problems. Cassie says, my youngest, they can be very demanding. Yeah, Leos. We'll just leave it there, because there's also, I have some friends that are Leos and they're amazing people. But maybe they would have been the same kind of baby that we're dealing with right here, the same kind of child, and they're going to go on to be great, great individuals. Anybody is. So I use a lot of different resources. I'll pull information from astrological resources, like even your gene keys. But also like the nodes of the moon carry information when you were born, carries information about the types of life lessons that you're battling and going through. I'll pull information from the Kashuk Records, much like I do for your soul alchemy sessions. These are the standalone sessions that I'm still going to do, because they're very much a healing session. I'm still going to do that, but you kind of get that within this healing immersion experience that I've created. So, and if you've already had a soul alchemy session or a soul realignment is what I used to call those last year before I really started using codes of awe in them. I know, I just don't want you to bend the cards. We can't have everything. We will go deeper. We'll dive into the specific reason you've come to me for healing, which we may or may not have really gotten into in that session for a variety of reasons. Maybe one of the biggest ones, just to be totally transparent, is that's not what we were going for because I wasn't there yet. I wasn't ready to take on the disorders, the things that physically or mentally impair us, the things that have caused us trauma. They're a part of our experience. It's written. We're experiencing it. And you know what? If we don't heal from it, we're going to re-experience it again. In this lifetime, through the recycling of different patterns, because life is a spiral, you just keep getting further and further away from that pain point and really opening up your spiral, opening up your heart, or you're going to recreate it on a biological level through your DNA for when you reincarnate. They're not going to get away from it. And so that's why it's so very, very important to work on this level of healing. And it takes a psychic to do so, and it takes somebody who is a born healer. It takes a teacher, so I can teach you, really help you learn how to work with this process on yourself, so you can leave this 10-week immersion and you can reapply a lot of these principles as you go. Okay, we're gonna go and put this tired baby back to bed. So if you see this later and you've put up with the fussiness here, fussy Gussie. Got a hair on his binky. Let me try to get rid of it. That's got to be uncomfortable. Whoa. Did you guys see that? Yeah, I know. That's very wet. If you want to know more about this, just send me a message. If you've got something going on in your life that you feel like that this kind of healing immersion would be right up your alley, you've tried other things and you're ready, let's go. Let's begin. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to talk with you. If it's not for you, that's okay. If I feel like that you need to do some other things in order to prepare for this type of program, I can let you know of that too. Okay? And I am working on a sliding scale. I wanted to let everybody know of that. I'm not going to talk about any of the investments right now, but I am working on a sliding scale. It's basically around half what it will be when I call this the beta testing phase. I can find out how long I need to be spending each week with you, because you're going to get, in between the 4 sessions that occur over the 10-week process, or the 10-week time frame, you're going to get access to me on Voxer. It's a messaging, text and voice messaging service. And so I'll be able to reply to you within about 24 hours, hopefully less, but sometimes it'll be that way because I'm a mom and I'm busy. And, I'll be able to get back in touch with you in between our somewhat equally spaced out sessions. So I say somewhat equally spaced out because they kind of are and they kind of aren't. The letter that I've prepared, informational letter that I send out to those that qualify for this immersion, will go into some detail about what each session entails and what that looks like. So I won't go into it now. Anywho, please share this live stream. If for no other reason, then moms can see that everybody has to deal with the toddler that wants to put a card into the box the wrong way and gets frustrated with it over and over. It just shows you how much we'll keep doing it the way that it doesn't work until we get the proper support, love, and care. And then maybe also a nap and a kitty. Also a kitty. All right, well, this has been fun. You're going to get cat butt in a second. We'll talk to you guys later. Whoop, there it is. Oh, bye. Okay, can't even push finish.